What do you get when you toss Zedd, Above and Beyond, and Chris Lorenzo into the desert, crank the lasers to 11, and add 125,000 people losing their minds in matching mesh tops? Coachella 2025. And spoiler alert, it wasn't just another influencer stampede. This year's EDM stage went absolutely feral. We're talking surprise sets, emotional breakdowns, and a drop so filthy it had someone proposing mid-baseline. This is On Deck, and today we're diving headfirst into the electronic chaos that hijacked the desert. You'll hear how Zedd turned nostalgia into a nuclear weapon, how Above and Beyond pulled an actual spiritual cleanse in the middle of a mosh pit, and why Chris Lorenzo might have just launched the next underground wave, live on stage. And just when you think it couldn't get weirder, there's a moment that had security sprinting like it was a Skrillex flash mob in 2012. Let's ride. First up, the man, the myth, the main stage magician, Zedd. Now, Coachella's no stranger to headliners pulling big moments, but Zedd didn't just go big, he went multiversal. He kicked off his set with Clarity, a track that's basically EDM scripture at this point. And suddenly, everyone within a 2-mile radius started crying in unison. But right when you thought you were headed for a feels-only set, wham! He smashes into a Darude Sandstorm X Take On Me megamix. It was like watching your childhood memories get body slammed by a 909 kick drum. The crowd reaction? Immediate and chaotic. Beach balls flying, shirts coming off, one guy on someone's shoulders holding a sign that just said, Zedd, me, daddy. But here's where it gets wild. Mid-set, Zedd teased an unreleased track, with vocals that sounded suspiciously like The Weeknd. And just as that speculation was hitting Twitter in real time, boom, a shoe comes flying on stage. What does Zedd do? Picks it up and uses it as a pretend microphone while still mixing with the other hand. TikTok? Viral in less than 4 hours. Hashtag Zeddchella hit 12 million views by sunrise. Even better, the track he teased already has fan recreations online. One of them has 100K streams on SoundCloud from pure hype alone. And by the way, if you're vibing with this breakdown, make sure to hit like and subscribe. We've got rave drama, remix beef, and festival chaos locked in all year long. Stay looped in. Now, let's slow it down, but not really. Because Above and Beyond didn't throw a party, they hosted a full-blown emotional reset. This wasn't just a set, this was group therapy with subwoofers. They opened with a spoken message. Let go of the noise. Just be here. Boom. No beat. Just breath. And then, blue sky action with live strings. Acceptably. Yeah, real violins. On stage, in the middle of a desert rave. It was so people weren't just dancing, they were healing. One guy next to the speaker stack started ugly crying into his camelback. And just when the tears were about to turn to dehydration, Above and Beyond brought out the signs. You are not alone. You are loved. One read, text your ex you forgive them. Someone did. Their ex replied, wid. And now they're camping together. Coachella magic. TikTok again? On fire. Mental health creators are all over the clips from this set. People are duetting the moment like it's their new mantra. And in an era where EDM often gets written off as soulless party fuel, Above and Beyond came through and reminded everyone why they're still the spiritual OGs. But don't get too zen, because the next highlight punched that vibe in the face with a steel-toed bass line. Chris Lorenzo. The UK bass boss turned the Dulop stage into an illegal warehouse with a VIP section. He didn't just play bangers, he summoned chaos. He opened with a bootleg remix of Pump that sounded like a freight train doing donuts in a boiler room. And the moment the sub hit, boom, fog. Strobes, mayhem. Within 30 seconds, someone in a Shrek costume was crowd surfing. Security went to grab him. Chris high-fived him mid-mix. That video, already at 2.8 million views. No captions, just pure Lorenzo lawlessness. And just when you thought the set peaked, he drops an unreleased collab with Cloonee. But guess what? Cloonee's literally in the crowd, screaming and filming it like a fanboy. The crowd around him lost their collective minds. You could see the lightbulb moment. Wait, is this history happening? Right now? It was. And he ended the set with an anti-drop so savage it created a vacuum of sound. Literally, silence. You could hear someone gasp. And then boom, back into a distorted bass line that made people scream like they were on fire. This is what Lorenzo does. He weaponizes rhythm. Now, those were the big three, but Coachella 2025 wasn't done flexing. Let's rapid fire through the rest of the EDM madness. 1. Zoo and's Chemical Brothers surprise set. You heard right. Out of nowhere, Zoo stepped on stage during a Chemical Brothers set. What followed was a cross-genre synth-drenched fever dream with visuals that looked like Blade Runner had a baby with a lava lamp. 2. Rezz turned the Sahara Tent into a haunted warehouse. Her set was darker than a Berlin after-party at 4 a.m. At one point, the bass was so distorted a speaker stack blew out mid-song, and people cheered. 3. Subtronics dropped a new collab with Isoxo, wearing a luchador mask. And that sentence alone explains why this genre will never be boring. 4. Skrillex didn't show up, but his ghost did. No, seriously, 4 different DJs teased unreleased Skrillex IDs. People thought he was going to surprise pop out. Never happened. Reddit is in full conspiracy meltdown mode. 5. Justice. Yes, Justice. They hijacked the B stage at midnight. No promo, no warning. One siren blares and boom, Genesis starts. People sprinted from the main stage like it was Black Friday at Guitar Center. One girl literally threw her drink and took off her heels just to run faster. And the set? Industrial. Loud. Unforgiving. No frills, just French chaos. This might go down as the most iconic unscheduled Coachella moment in years. And finally, let's talk about the bigger picture. Coachella 2025 wasn't just a festival. It was a pulse check. The scene is shifting. Again. The nostalgia wave? Alive and kicking. Just ask Zedd. The spiritual side. Still healing hearts. Just ask Above and Beyond. The underground edge? Breaking through the seams. Just ask Chris Lorenzo. And the fans? Smarter, faster, and armed with phones that can blast a viral moment worldwide before the beat even drops. This year proved that EDM is no longer just a genre. It's a lifestyle, a language, and a global meme machine. So if you felt that FOMO kicking in, don't worry, On Deck's got you covered every drop of the way. And if you made it this far, you're clearly one of us. Smash that like, hit subscribe, and let's keep this rave train running. Because trust, the next story is already bubbling. Until next time, stay loud, enjoy every drop, and keep it on deck.